Some guitarists changed rock forever, but never got the credit they deserved. These are the names that should be carved into every guitar case. The players who rewrote the rules while everyone else was watching somewhere else. Let's crank it up and honor 10 legends who shaped the music we still cherish. Number 1 on this list is pure sonic fury. Dave Davies of the Kinks took raw energy and made it nasty. Here's the story. 1964, and teenage Davies is frustrated with polished pop sounds flooding the radio. So what does he do? He takes a razor blade and slices his El Pico amp's speaker cone, creating the snarling distortion that defined You Really Got Me. You really got me. You really got me. Oh, no! That sound changed rock guitar forever. Listen to All Day and All of the Night. Pure rebellion in 3 chords. That buzzing tone became the foundation for punk, hard rock, and heavy metal. Without Dave taking a razor to his amp, half the guitar sounds you love might never have existed. He turned teenage frustration into sonic innovation that still echoes today. Pete Townshend, Johnny Ramone, and countless punk bands owe Dave a debt for that distorted fury. Coming in at number 2 before anyone called it psychedelic rock, John Cipollina was already painting wild sonic landscapes with his guitar. At legendary Fillmore shows in San Francisco, his shimmering, vibrato-heavy sound became Quicksilver Messenger Service's emotional core. What made Cipollina different? He didn't rely on cranking distortion like everyone else. Instead, he created swirling textures using custom twin amps loaded with tremolo and reverb. Pride of Man showcases his melodic phrasing. The guitar almost sings like a human voice. Then there's Mona, where his improvisation pushes the song into unexpected territory. Cipollina taught rock guitarists something important. Atmosphere could be just as powerful as volume. Without him, the San Francisco psychedelic scene might have been all fuzz and chaos instead of the rich, emotional sound it became. If you're enjoying these stories about guitarists who deserved more recognition, hit that like button and subscribe. These legends deserve all the support they can get, even decades later. Number 3 takes us to Andy Scott, the glam rock warrior who proved pretty boys could absolutely shred. Sweet wasn't just about glitter and makeup. Andy Scott had a fierce metallic guitar sound that quietly influenced hard rock and metal bands in ways people still underestimate. His style leaned on thick power chords, sharp riffs, slick hammer-ons, and melodic solos that sliced straight through Sweet's polished pop production. Listen closely to Fox on the Run, or Action. Sure, they're huge pop hits, but underneath those hooks, Scott's guitar brings real muscle. His tone is tight, punchy, and aggressive, pushing the songs forward without overpowering the melody. That balance between catchy songwriting and heavy guitars became a blueprint. Bands like Def Leppard, Mötley Crüe, and Twisted Sister later borrowed heavily from it. Without Andy Scott, glam rock might have stayed soft and forgettable. Instead, he proved glitter and heavy guitars could live together perfectly. Sliding into number 4, another Andy, who absolutely shook up the rock world, Andy Gill from Gang of Four. But Gill took a completely different approach than anyone expected. Forget flashy solos and showing off. Gill used sharp, stabbing riffs that left space for the rhythm to breathe, creating tension that made listeners uneasy in the best possible way. Listen to his playing on Damaged Goods. The guitar sounds like it is slicing through steel, full of jagged edges and controlled chaos. Gill's dry, percussive tone was revolutionary because he stepped away from the blues-based traditions that most rock guitarists still followed. Then, check out To Hell with Poverty, where he turns simple chords into pure tension and release, making you feel urgency in every note. His stripped-down attack influenced generations of bands, from R.E.M. to the Red Hot Chili Peppers and countless post-punk revival acts. Without Andy Gill, post-punk's sharp, rhythmic guitar sound might never have developed. At number 5, let's talk about Danny Kirwan and how Fleetwood Mac's journey from blues band to global rock powerhouse owes him far more credit than history often gives him. Before the Buckingham Nicks era, everyone knows, Kirwan's melodic guitar work helped reshape the band's sound completely. His tone was crisp, emotional, and controlled. Never flashy, but always memorable. Listen to Albatross, where his guitar lines weave gentle melodies that still sound timeless today. The phrasing is simple, yet every note feels carefully placed. Later on Dragonfly, you hear his influence growing, stronger. The guitar blends dreamy textures with aching bends that pull you into the song's atmosphere. Kirwan understood that melody and mood could be more powerful than technical fireworks. His playing emphasized space, feeling, and emotional tone. That musical sensitivity helped guide Fleetwood Mac toward the broader sound that later made them one of the biggest rock bands in the world. Number 6 brings us to Ricky Wilson, who created one of the most original guitar sounds in rock history by practically rewriting the rulebook. With the B-52s, he used unusual tunings and sometimes removed strings from his guitar to build their strange, danceable sound. For instance, Rock Lobster, those twanging surf-inspired riffs and angular rhythms don't resemble anything else from that era. Wilson's guitar parts bounce between chords with a playful but slightly unsettling energy. What makes his style fascinating is that it rarely relies on traditional solos. Instead, his guitar drives the rhythm and texture of the song. On Private Idaho, his wiry, off-kilter chords create tension that defines the entire track. Wilson's approach showed alternative musicians that guitar playing could be weird, angular, playful, and completely free from traditional rock expectations. By bending the instrument to his imagination, Ricky Wilson helped inspire generations of indie and alternative guitarists who realized that creativity matters more than tradition. Rolling into number 7. When Marquee Moon arrived in 1977, it sounded unlike anything else in punk. The guitars were bright, clean, and layered like architecture, and Richard Lloyd played a huge role in shaping that sound. Alongside Tom Verlaine, Lloyd crafted intricate guitar parts that danced around each other rather than competing. Their lines weave together, separating and reconnecting throughout the songs. Listen to Venus, where you can hear how Lloyd's rhythm work quietly carries the song, while Verlaine's lead melodies glide above it. And on See No Evil, Lloyd's crisp tone cuts through the mix with sharp clarity. Those interlocking guitar lines helped define the sound that indie rock and post-punk bands would chase for decades. Without Richard Lloyd, punk guitar might have remained raw chaos. Instead, he helped prove punk's energy could exist alongside thoughtful composition, melody, and musical craftsmanship that elevated the entire genre. Coming in at number 8, few guitarists could jump between jazz fusion and arena rock without blinking, but Tommy Bolin made it look effortless. In a remarkably short career, he left his mark across several corners of rock history. Before turning 25, Bolin had already recorded with Billy Cobham on the groundbreaking album Spectrum, joined the James Gang after Joe Walsh left, and eventually stepped into Ritchie Blackmore's role in Deep Purple. Listen to Quadrant 4 from Spectrum. Bolin unleashes fast, fluid, jazz-influenced runs filled with both precision and emotion. Then hear him on Comin' Home from Deep Purple's Come Taste the Band, where he grooves confidently while maintaining the sophistication of a fusion player. His solo album Teaser showed even more versatility, blending funk, blues, and psychedelia. Tommy Bolin proved rock guitar didn't need boundaries. His fearless mixing of genres opened doors for future guitarists who refused to stay confined. At number 9, Mike Campbell is the quiet architect behind some of American rock radio's most unforgettable songs. As Tom Petty's right-hand guitarist in the Heartbreakers, Campbell shaped classics like American Girl, Refugee, and Running Down a Dream. Campbell's style was never about flashy technique. His philosophy focused on serving the song first. Listen to the opening riff of American Girl. That ringing guitar line instantly captures the song's spirit. On Refugee, his gritty riffs drive the music forward while leaving space for the vocals. Campbell understood something many guitarists overlook. Great guitar parts often sound simple because they fit the song perfectly. Beyond Petty's catalog, Campbell's work with Stevie Nicks and Don Henley demonstrates his versatility and musical sensitivity. His understated approach influenced countless guitarists who realized that melody, tone, and emotional feel matter far more than speed or technical showmanship. And finally, number 10, the origin story of rock guitar itself. Before rock and roll had a name, Sister Rosetta Tharpe was already doing it. Picture this, 1944. A black woman steps on stage with an electric guitar and plays fierce, distorted leads with swagger and joy.
Yes, didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it didn't it? Oh, yes, how it rained.
Watch her perform Didn't It Rain live in 1964. Those slashing chords and powerful bends feel decades ahead of their time. Her song Strange Things Happening Every Day, recorded in 1944, fused gospel with a driving rhythm that reached the mainstream charts. That sound helped create the blueprint for rock and roll. On songs like Up Above My Head and This Train, Tharpe played fat, distorted guitar lines years before fuzz pedals even existed. She used gospel phrasing, open tunings, and call and response techniques that later shaped the styles of Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Keith Richards. Every distorted riff we love today echoes back to Sister Rosetta Tharpe. These guitarists might not be household names, but their influence is undeniable. Their sounds shape generations, and their magic still echoes every time someone plugs in a guitar.